Hey everyone, I'm Hitesh.
And I'm Karan.
With this video, we want to talk a little bit about smartphone tech predictions in 2019.
We've seen a lot of tech in phones that have come this year, a lot of new features, but these are the things that we expect phones in 2019 to have.
So let's start with the full screen display. We've seen a lot of it this year, and we've seen the progression of phones that have moved from 18:9 to notch displays, and the notch has also been advancing into the smaller teardrop or water drop style notches, and even that has shrunk and been just completely disappeared in some phones in this year, and that is going to be the progression for next year as well. A lot of devices with completely bezel-less, notch-free displays.
Agreed. We've seen the Vivo NEX plus the Oppo Find X. Both have come without a notch and full screen.
These were the two first ones this year.
Yeah, and they're already available in India. So going ahead into 2019, we expect a lot more brands to launch these kind of phones. Considering that the notch has come down to under 10,000 rupee phones, this seems to be the next thing to go for.
It'll be a premium feature to actually have.
It's already a premium feature. Yeah. So by the end of 2019, I think it will be there in mid-range phones easily.
And what's interesting is that different companies are approaching this in a different manner. For example, one example is the Mi Mix 3. It's not launched officially in India, but this is a slider design. The biggest conundrum is what do you do with the front cameras, the selfie cameras, if you have a full screen display. The Vivo Next, the Oppo had motorized systems to bring the cameras out, and these sliders, which are the mechanical sliders now, they hide the front cameras using that method. Now, the other thing which you have just seen is the Next dual display, which means that a device will have two displays, one in the front and one in the back. And it will not have any front-facing cameras. If you need to take a selfie or do a video call, you simply turn the device around and you use it from the other side. So that's the Vivo Next Dual, and we expect to see a lot more of those devices next year. But now we can move on to the next prediction.
Yeah, so the next thing would be considering gaming, how gaming's become a very big thing for this year, especially with games like PUBG and Asphalt, and from what we've heard, Call of Duty is also coming up with a game for phones. In that way, what you need on the phone is a higher refresh rate so that you can get that advantage. That is where gaming phones have become really.
So most displays are 60 Hertz displays. Almost all your televisions, all smartphones, so even laptops as well. So 60 Hertz means that the screen refreshes itself 60 times a second. But if you have very fast moving displays, especially with gaming, you need higher refresh rates, maybe 90 or even 120 Hertz displays.
Yeah, which we've seen on phones already. The Asus ROG phone is 90 Hertz. Razer Phone 2, which didn't come to India, is 120 Hertz refresh rate. So that
even the iPad Pro actually has a feature called True Motion, and those are 120 Hertz displays. So expect the higher refresh rates to be, that's our next prediction, in a lot more devices next year.
Not just smartphones, but tablets also, considering iPads already got it. So we expect Android tablets also to get this feature.
So moving on, voice. Voice assistants, we already have several of them. We've seen a lot of new features with voice. So what is the next progression going to be with voice? What do you think?
I think with voice, it will just become much more responsive, much more capable of understanding what we're saying, especially considering AI, how they've really leveraged AI into voice. So that will just improve in 2019 as per me.
So the other thing is voice match. Now Google already does this. It will train to your particular voice. So for example, if you ask the Google Assistant what's on your calendar, it will recognize who's asking it out of different members of a household, and it'll tell you what's on your calendar. So that's voice match. That will be coming to more assistants as well, where the assistant really recognizes who's asking it the question and gives contextual responses.
And it'll not just be limited to the company's own hardware. We've already seen Amazon Alexa available on
voice coming to a number of new devices,
including projectors and third-party speakers, and even media streamers now. All of them come with Alexa. So
absolutely, yeah.
Even Google should go ahead and add Assistant to a lot more devices,
including cars as well. In-car entertainment is core. So let's move on to the next prediction. And that is around charging speeds. Now, battery technology really hasn't kept pace with the kind of devices we have. We are limited by the current battery technology, lithium-ion, lithium polymer. So the way to get around those issues is to be able to charge those devices faster, to charge them in a way that's safer, doesn't produce a lot of heat, and as well is good for the longevity of the battery. So a lot of devices have fast charging already, but what's beyond that?
We've seen OnePlus, which was the first one to come with dash charge. That really stood out as a feature, which was followed. Qualcomm already had Quick Charge 2, Quick Charge 3, now they have Quick Charge 4. It's not easily available at the moment. Only one phone has it at the moment that I know of. But the interesting thing is SuperVOOC, which came on the Oppo phones.
Now, this is the fastest charging solution that we have seen. We are talking about charging a large smartphone battery from 0 to 100% in about 30 to 35 minutes. And that is the kind of speed that we're talking about. So you no longer have to worry about whether your phone's charged when you're leaving in the morning. No overnight charging required. Even if you can plug in your phone for 20 minutes, that's typically enough to get you through the rest of the day.
The problem is it's still limited to the hardware. You need to use a particular charger, a particular wire. But hopefully in 2019 we'll get some sort of universal thing where most of the phones can be charged via the same set of wires.
A universal fast charging system?
Something like that.
So yeah, let's hope for that. But till then, fast charging or much faster charging is also going to be pretty popular next year.
We should see it come to, let's say, a mid-range phone also.
Sure.
Which is not there at the moment. Only premium phones have premium phone.
So last prediction 2019, and that is for augmented reality. It's around AR shopping, to be more precise. Now, you may have already seen augmented reality demos. There are a lot of AR apps. There are AR games that you can download, whether you're on iOS or Android. Right. But AR shopping is the next progression for this. And what this does is it gives you an AR button right in your shopping page. So whatever e-commerce site you're using, whether it's Amazon or Flipkart, or whether it's a standalone e-commerce, if you're looking at a product, you're interested in buying it, you want to know what it looks like in your environment. So you're seeing the product page, you tap the AR button, and the camera of your device opens up, places the product right into your environment. Especially useful for home furnishings because you can place them right there. A lot of companies like IKEA they're already doing this, but we're expecting this to go a lot more mainstream next year.
Yeah, there are other aspects also. For example, Lenskart does this for your spectacles. Now, if the same thing happens on, let's say, a Myntra or a Jabong does this properly, where you can try out your clothes or apparels or even shoes before buying them, this will really help a lot of people going ahead into 2019, and that's something that I think will also get a universal acceptability. A lot of people will use this feature once it comes.
So that's about it for our 5 smartphone tech predictions for 2019. Let us know in the comments if you think we have missed out on anything or if there's something else you'd like to add. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.